So that quote there about JJ's mental state, it is well timed as June is Men's Mental Health Month, and that's a very big deal in the sports world. So with that, we welcome in Dr. Brook Choulet in here. And Doc, you've worked with a lot of different professional leagues, and those leagues are spending a lot of money on helping their players with mental health issues. What are some of the trends that are worrying you right now? And then also, what are we doing to combat and fix that?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me here today. I would say the biggest trend I'm seeing is that teams are still spending more money on the physical health side of things. So you walk into a practice facility and the physical gym is gigantic. There's equipment top of the line everywhere. And oftentimes still in the NFL, the NBA, you ask where the mental health room is and it's a small closet, or they're like, use the patio or walk and talk. And so I think there's still a long ways to go in making the mental health side of the game as important as the physical health side from a team investment standpoint.
So how much of this is about men not wanting to talk to other men about how they're doing in here instead of maybe how they're doing with the rest of their body?
I think things are getting better in that men are seeing vulnerability as a sign of leadership and strength rather than as a weakness. So in the past, a lot of guys wouldn't talk about things in the locker room and they would just get angry or be quiet if they had a bad game. Whereas now you're seeing more guys talking in the locker room about stressors going on at home or frustrations on the court or field. So I think we are seeing progress in that, and there's so many more men's kind of mental health advocates like Kevin Love, DeMar DeRozan coming out speaking out about their mental health journeys.
Sort of changing the game. I like that. Yeah. You know, in my world, we've dealt a lot with high school and youth players, and I'm thinking a lot about what they deal with. NIL, transfer portal, being asked to do a lot of different adult roles at 15 or 16 years old. Where are your worries about that and mental health from the beginning of a lifespan, not just when you get to the very top?
Yeah, so starting with youth sports, a lot of times we see kids whose parents are pushing them to engage in that sport. And then what happens is that child feels guilty if they don't want to continue to participate. Now, they might not love the sport as much, but they feel the pressure to compete because their parents invested so much time or money to getting them there. Then you move into collegiate, and it almost feels like your worth is tied to a dollar sign. Oh, my friend on the team just signed this deal and is making X amount of dollars. Why aren't I? And so then it starts to really bring into question self-worth and really can derail confidence pretty quickly.
It's the buildup of that pressure.
Yes.
It's hard for anyone to process, you know, at any age, I would say.
Yeah, and then thinking about going into a league like the NBA at 22, 23 and coming into millions of dollars that early in life, like our brains are not even formed till 26 years old. So you're asking these guys and women to really maintain a lot of balance with a lot of different things and pressures.
And are there any tips or tricks you would give parents to handle this?
The biggest thing I talk to parents about is how you're interacting with your child after a competition. So whether your kid's in youth sports or professional, rather than texting them at halftime being like, why isn't that coach playing you? Let's get things moving, really focusing on what do you think went well.